Hello there, this is your friend Silverton, and this is a video tutorial on how to basically, in games where you have multiple weapons, and you want to be able to shoot different weapons with like the mouse or arrow keys or something. Right here, I already have an example made. So here's this black bar which displays your weapon. If I hit the number 1 button, it switches to weapon 1, allowing me to fire. If I switch to weapon 2, allows me to only fire that with the mouse. And if I switch to weapon 0, it will not let me fire at all. So without any further ado, here's how you do that. I have a couple of sprites, my different weapon display, HUD display sprites for weapon 1, weapon 2, and when you have no weapon selected. Then I have my weapons, my little red dot for weapon 1, and my giant yellow circle thing for weapon 2. I then made my simple player sprite and a block to help keep track of the movement in the game. So once you have all your sprites, you create an object player. Now we're just going to start by add event create, and we're going to set a couple variables here. Now in most games that you will play, you'll be able to have multiple weapons, but you can switch and you have limited amount of ammo. So we're setting global.ammo1, so there's going to be 10 shots, and global.ammo2, which will be 10 shots. And then set the variable global.select, which will help keep track of what weapons you have selected. So once you have all your variables selected, we're going to go to key press 0, and we're going to set the variable global.select to 0. So this is how you switch weapons, basically. In key press 1, set it to value 1. In key press 2, set global.select to 2. Okay, now create an object, your object weapons display. Now, I have this following the view with this very simple code. X equals view pound X view plus 560. These are the different plots on the XY coordinate in the room. So I'm just using that to have it follow the view. But anyway, this is where the select variables come in. If global.select is equal to 0, it changes into the sprite, which is no weapon selected. But if it's selected to weapon 1, it changes into sprite weapon 1. You can do this for as many weapons you have, but I only just have the 2 weapons. But like I said, this is just an example. So that's pretty simple. If you see what we did there, it's global select. Okay, so back to your object player. Global left pressed. If global.select is equal to 1, saying that if the weapon selected is weapon 1, start of block, which is under the tab control right here. Now this is like testing two things. If global.select, saying that weapon 1 is selected, and if global.ammo1 is larger than 0, start of block again, create an instance of object weapon 1 at a relative position, meaning that it will come out of your player sprite where it is currently, and execute code global.ammo1 will minus equal 1. So there you have limited ammunition. Now it's important that you do end of block, which are under the tab control. That's very important, as you will come to see. Now, do the same thing again. You repeat the process, only changing the values. If weapon 2 is selected, and if global.ammo2 is larger than 0. So it's the same thing, just different values. So that's what I did, and in step event, I used the basic movement code for moving. And then for object weapon 1, I did move towards mouse pound X, Y pound X in the create event the moment it's created. So an object block, the only reason I have that is to keep track of the movement that you can see in the game. But anyway, if you did that all right, you will get the basic weapon switching thing. I did this tutorial because I noticed that a lot of times people will have problems coming up with a basic way to switch weapons. But this is very simple. Now, by the way, you could just do the same thing with arrow keys. I also have a video tutorial on how to shoot in many directions. You could use a select select variable with that too, if you wanted to add on to that. But there you have it, a very basic way on how to have there be multiple weapons, multiple ammo, and multiple weapon select. I hope that this works well for you. If you have any questions, just PM me or leave me a comment. This was another video tutorial by your friend Silverton. Have a great day.